Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Vulcan Report. Today we're going to take a look at crude oil, gold, silver, the NASDAQ, the euro, and the US dollar. First, let's start off with gold, taking a look at gold futures. Gold futures have been in a steady upward surge for the past week and a half. We just so far hit a new all-time high this morning of $1,603.80 an ounce. The futures market, as you can see, is on fire. However, I want to issue a word of caution here, as we are now going to start setting into place a bearish overtone or retracement from this extended upward overbought area. We now have a reading of 44 on the pulse scan swing VIX. As you know, 39 is where we usually see tops, and the swing VIX does lead the market 3 to 5 days out. So we'll watch the price action to see when and if the price action will catch up with the swing VIX indicator. In addition to that, we're up $14.40, up 0.91% right now in gold. We have a rising window, and that's where the top of the previous shadow is below the bottom of the current shadow, and this usually implies a continuation of a bullish uptrend. As you can see, we are managing to stay above this green support line here, and as you can see, we are bullish. We're above the Kumo cloud, and we're above the long-term period support right here, this purple line. So we are doing very bullish things in the gold, but we do expect a pullback. We don't know how significant it will be, but we do expect a pullback to come, and we will see where that bearish trend will lead us. First support right now is going to be right here at this green line right here, and that is around 1571. Second support is going to be this red line here, and that is at 1552. Okay, so that's where the first and second support lines are. If we drop below the second support line, then we're going to head into the Kumo cloud. Okay, and the Kumo cloud's range right now, as of today, the resistance zone is at 1523, and support is at 1494. So that's a nice $25 range or so that you can see gold price fluctuate in if we get down to those levels. We'll also have some old support down here around the 1500 level. So we'll see if we test that and build from that, and then really move up from here. Okay, so that's one thing we'll be taking a look at and watching out for later on in today's action. The silver price is also up on the COMEX in the overnight market. Right now, silver is up about $1.60. We hit a high of 40.47 and a half. So far, right now we're at 40.43 and a half. So it is surging and getting closer to the Kumo cloud resistance, which is this black line right here. That Kumo cloud resistance is at 41.06. We need a close above 41.06 to reestablish the bullish uptrend. All right. If we do not, then we will most likely crash back down to the Kumo cloud support, the bottom of this black line here, and that will take us back down to the 36.42 level. All right. So very wide range right now. You're looking at basically like a $4 price range in the Kumo cloud. It's about $4 wide right now from top to bottom. So we're still in the Kumo cloud of death, meaning you cannot believe and trust the price action until we get consecutive closes either above or below the cloud. We'll still consider it consolidated and directionless as long as we are trading within the Kumo cloud of death. I call it the Kumo cloud of death because usually traders get chopped up trying to play the cloud, trying to discern where the cloud is going to go, where the prices are going to go. When they're in the cloud, prices lie. Case in point, back here, back during the month of May, on May 24th, we closed inside the cloud and moved up for a few more trading days. And what happened? Prices then began to pull back. We failed and you see we end up hitting the lows again, down hit the $33 handle. Okay, after falling from 38.84, we fell all the way back down to 33.38. All right, so be careful. I would not chase this thing. Yes, we have bullish momentum, but we're still trading inside the Kumo cloud. We're above the long-term support purple line right here, but again, we are well within the Kumo cloud, so I would be careful. We also have a pulse scan swing VIX reading of 39. That means that we are. This is usually where we see tops in markets, and again, the swing VIX leads the market 3 to 5 days out. So we'll wait and see if we get confirmation on this pullback. And this again will take us to first support at the green line is at 37.97. That's this green line here. Second support is at 36.64, which is this red line here. If we fall below that, then we go back down to long-term trend line support, and then we're in jeopardy of trading and closing below that long-term trend line support, which we do not want to see happen. All right. Now moving forward, let's take a look at the petrodollar or crude oil futures. Let's take a look at that next. Right now, crude oil is trading at 96.75. Here we are. Right now, prices are up about 0.04%. We're up about 4 cents on the day right now. As you can see, this market right now is also trading below its Kumo cloud, and it's just teasing above the long-term trend line support, this purple line right here, and we're in jeopardy of trading below it and getting back down to here, testing this old support zone, and we'll see if the support holds. More than likely, it's in jeopardy of not holding. We'll have to wait and see here, but again, price action is telling us that we expect sideways to lower prices within the next 3 to 5 days. Had a nice run up here from June the 28th, and then we failed on July the 7th. Right after July 7th, that's when we failed. Another run up to test here, but couldn't close above the previous high, and now we're collapsing back down again, and we're just directionless. Has no direction, but we are looking to bearishness remaining in the market, so we expect sideways to lower prices within the next 3 to 5 days. Okay, and we have a swing VIX rating of 24, so it still has a long way to go on the upside or to the downside before we say the market is either overbought or oversold. So it's neither. Right now it's neutral. And this long-term trend line support is at 92.79. Okay, that's this purple line here, 92.79. We need to stay above that. The weekly pulse wave price projections is 99.21 on the top side and 93.55 on the downside. So the system will be long above 99.21 and short below 93.55. Okay. Going backwards for a moment, I didn't give you that on the gold and the silver, so let me just pull those up for you real quick. All right, our weekly pulse wave price projections for gold right now is 1514.80 on the top side and 1478.30 on the downside. We're trading above both pulse wave support and resistance, so we anticipate any possible pullback will first test the last pulse wave breakout of 1514.80. So that will be your first line of defense, where we will expect any pullback to be met with heavy buying at the 1514 area. Our intraday price projections on the gold is 1604.42 on the top side, 1590.78 on the bottom side. All right. So that's what we're looking at on the gold. For the silver, a little bit different here. On the silver market, because we're still in the Kumo cloud, the Kumo cloud is where we are going to draw our attention. All right, I'll give you the pulse wave price projections in intraday anyway. Let's start there. Intraday price projections: top side 40.53, bottom side 39.22. And as far as our weekly pulse wave price projections, it's at 36.95, so the system has been long since 36.95. Support is at 34.81. System will be short at 34.81 if we get there. Okay, but whenever we are inside of a Kumo cloud, if our pulse wave price projections fall inside the cloud, we stand aside. We do not trade or take signals inside of the cloud. Okay. And again, any pullback from this upsurge that we've had, the first line will be the 36.95, the old pulse wave breakout trigger. So 36.95 is where we'll look for hard support, and where we would expect buying to come in and see the market defended at that price. So we expect that 36.95 level to be defended. All right, moving on to the U.S. dollar index futures contract. Right now we're at 75.91. Right now we're up 27 cents, or up 0.36% on the day so far. We have a swing VIX reading of 0, so we could go either up or down. We have a long way to go, a lot of room. This market could do either or. We do see right now bullishness in the market, so you're going to want to be long the dollar right here, regardless of what we talk about fundamentally on the Wide Awake Radio Show. As traders, we still have to trade the market. So what we're seeing is intervention. We see the dollar being propped up whenever we see these upsurges like this. And right now, our intraday price projections is 76.05 on the top and 75.47 on the bottom. That's where we see support. Our pulse wave weekly is at 77.18. System will be long. If we hit that, the system will be long there. On the support side, system will be short at 74.99. Okay, and right now the system is long the U.S. dollar, and we'll see where we go from here. There is a strong reason to believe that on the fundamental side, that some type of behind the scenes intervention is going to be in the works, and we'll have to wait and see if that pans out. If not, we will reverse our long position and look to get short the U.S. dollar. So take a look at the blog for that if you want to check out any updates that we have. And currently, all the charts that we're discussing are up on the blog. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's go to the euro. The euro was down as much as 101 pips so far in pre-market this morning. Right now we've managed to retrace some of that. We're only down 58 pips now, down 0.41%. We still have bearishness. We're trading below the Kumo cloud. All indicators are pointing south for the euro. We're still in a bearish momentum phase right now. We're above the long-term trend line support, which is turning up here, coming to meet price. So we expect a crash below that, regardless of any fundamental news coming out of Europe. That's just what we see at this point. So the system is short the euro. Our intraday price projections for the euro, on the bottom side we see support at 139.83 and intraday resistance at 141.15. We've already broken the 139.83. Alright, so just wanted to give you that. As a matter of fact, we went as low as, I'm sorry, we didn't hit 139.83 yet on the futures. We hit 139.89, so we got close. Now we've bounced back to 140.26, but I do anticipate before the day is out that the intraday support will be violated. I did not see the upside being violated. So far we hit 141.11 on the upside. So we got just shy of that 141.15, came within 4 pips of reaching that resistance, and you saw the market just collapse from there to where we are now. All right, our weekly pulse wave price projections, we have our buy trigger at 142.55, and we have our sell trigger at 138.12. Since the system is already short, we will look to add to the shorts at 138.12. The system will reverse itself and go long at 142.55. And that's pretty much all we have time for now. So remember, take what you can and give nothing back.